You wake up every morning thinking you're doing the right thing. You eat a decent breakfast, maybe get some light exercise, and pop your daily vitamins. After all, you've been told those pills are the secret to staying healthy. But what if I told you that 4 of the most common supplements sitting in your cabinet right now could be doing the opposite? Slowly draining your energy, tightening your blood vessels, and taking a real toll on your intimate vitality. I'm Dr. Lauren Tate, a senior vitality specialist, and after working with thousands of men over 60, I've come to a startling realization. Many of the guys I've treated weren't getting worse because of aging or poor habits or neglect. In fact, they were doing everything right, at least according to common wisdom. But their energy kept dropping. Their circulation got weaker. Their drive diminished. And when we dug into their routines, something unexpected kept showing up: vitamins. Not the lack of them, but too much. The wrong types, the wrong combinations, and in forms that the body couldn't properly handle anymore. Now, before you throw out all your supplements, let me be clear. Vitamins aren't evil. In the right amounts and in the right context, some of them are lifesavers. I prescribe them in my practice. But the truth is, your body changes as you age. And the way it handles nutrients changes too. What worked for you at 40 might quietly backfire at 65. Some vitamins that once gave you a boost can now make you feel sluggish, foggy, and unmotivated. And in today's video, I'm going to expose 4 of the biggest offenders. For vitamins or minerals that millions of men over 60 take daily, not realizing they might be fueling the very symptoms they're trying to avoid. I'll explain how they work, why they become harmful as you age, and what you can do instead to reclaim your energy, circulation, and vitality naturally. If you've ever wondered why you're still tired after taking your multivitamin, or why your drive just isn't what it used to be despite staying healthy, this is for you. Let's dive in. The first culprit is one almost every man over 60 is told to take: vitamin D. You've seen it on labels. You've heard your doctor recommend it. It's called the sunshine vitamin for a reason, and it's known to support bones, immunity, and mood. But here's what almost nobody tells you. Vitamin D is fat-soluble, which means your body stores it. Unlike water-soluble vitamins like C or B complex, you can't just pee out the excess. It builds up, slowly, quietly, and if you're taking high doses, especially without getting your blood levels tested, it can reach toxic levels before you even feel a thing. I had a patient named Robert, 73 years old, who came in exhausted. He had brain fog, muscle weakness, low mood, and a total lack of interest in intimacy. He was taking 10,000 IU of vitamin D every day for over a year, on top of a multivitamin and a calcium-magnesium D combo. When we ran his labs, his vitamin D was nearly 3 times the safe upper limit. His calcium was elevated. His kidneys were inflamed. And his testosterone was in the basement. He wasn't just tired, he was toxic. High vitamin D raises calcium levels in your blood, which then affects your nerves, your blood vessels, and your hormonal balance. Your brain reduces the production of key hormones like luteinizing hormone, which is essential for testosterone. With lower testosterone comes lower energy, motivation, and yes, lower sexual function. At the same time, calcium starts to stiffen your arteries, making it harder for blood to flow freely. That means less circulation, colder hands and feet, and trouble performing where it matters most. The safe upper limit for vitamin D is 4,000 IU per day, but many men over 60 don't need anywhere near that. Most do fine with 1,000 to 2,000 IU per day, if their blood levels are low. And here's the kicker. Many seniors are already getting plenty of vitamin D from fortified foods like milk, cereal, and orange juice. Plus, even just 15 minutes of sunlight a few times a week can give your body what it needs. So before you keep taking those high-dose pills, get a 25-hydroxy vitamin D test. Know your level. Then adjust accordingly. Don't guess. Test. Now let's move on to the second supplement, vitamin A. This one flies under the radar because it's marketed as an eye health superstar. You've heard it supports vision, immunity, and skin health. And it does in small, food-based amounts. But high-dose vitamin A, especially the synthetic form known as retinol palmitate, can wreak havoc on your liver and your hormones. I once treated a man named George, 66, who had been taking a vision supplement with 25,000 IU of vitamin A every day for over a year. He thought he was protecting his eyes. But over time, he developed chronic fatigue, joint pain, irritability, and low libido. His liver enzymes were elevated, and his testosterone was shockingly low. What happened? Vitamin A, like vitamin D, is fat soluble. It gets stored in your liver. And when it builds up, it causes inflammation and cellular damage. This disrupts your liver's ability to process hormones, including the ones tied to energy, sexual function, and mood. It also reduces sex hormone-binding globulin, which is crucial for testosterone transport. The result? You feel tired. You feel flat. You feel old. And you don't know why. But it's not aging, it's overload. The recommended daily intake for men over 60 is just 900 micrograms, or about 3,000 IU. You can easily get that from a balanced diet, like one medium carrot or a serving of leafy greens. You don't need pills, and you certainly don't need megadoses. So if you're taking a vision supplement or multivitamin with vitamin A, check the label. If it's over 5,000 IU, or if it says retinol palmitate, you may want to rethink it. The third supplement that often backfires is iron. Now this one surprises a lot of people. Iron is associated with strength, vitality, oxygen, and energy. And it's true that iron deficiency can cause fatigue. But that's much more common in women, especially premenopausal women. In older men, iron overload is far more dangerous and far more common. That's because your body has no natural way to get rid of excess iron. It stores it in your liver, heart, pancreas, and even your brain. Over time, that stored iron creates oxidative stress. It acts like rust, damaging cells, inflaming tissues, and disrupting your hormone balance. I treated a 70-year-old man named Richard who had been taking an iron supplement every day after surgery. He thought it would speed up his recovery. But months later, he felt worse. He was tired, irritable, had joint pain, and noticed a drop in his sex drive. His blood work showed ferritin levels over 2,000, way above the normal range. He had early signs of liver damage and chronic inflammation. And he had no idea it was from the iron. Healthy men over 60 only need about 8 milligrams of iron per day, and most get that easily from food. Red meat, leafy greens, beans, they all contain iron. So unless a doctor has diagnosed you with iron deficiency anemia, you should avoid iron supplements, especially the high-dose ones that are often bundled into multivitamins or energy pills. Check your labels. If it says iron, and you haven't been told to take it, leave it on the shelf. It's not helping. It's hurting. And finally, let's talk about vitamin B6. This one really shocks people because it's marketed as safe, essential, and water-soluble. That means any excess should just flush out, right? Not quite. In high doses, especially over long periods, vitamin B6 can cause irreversible nerve damage. You read that right. A vitamin marketed for nerve support can actually damage your nerves. Permanently. I had a patient, Frank, 68, who was taking 100 milligrams of B6 daily from a nerve health supplement. After a few months, he developed tingling in his hands and feet, then burning, then weakness. His B6 levels were off the charts, and his diagnosis was peripheral neuropathy, caused by the very vitamin that claimed to protect him. Now here's the part that makes B6 especially dangerous for seniors. It doesn't hit you all at once. It sneaks up over time. Frank didn't think much of that tingling in the beginning. He thought maybe he slept wrong, or maybe it was arthritis. But that's exactly how this type of toxicity works. It mimics aging. It mimics nerve compression. And that's why so many people miss it. The most alarming part? Research shows that symptoms of B6 toxicity can appear at doses as low as 25 milligrams per day when taken consistently over long periods. And many over-the-counter supplements offer double, even triple that amount in a single pill. Stack that with a multivitamin, and you're cruising straight toward nerve damage without even realizing it. The safe upper limit set in the US is 100 milligrams, but many experts now believe that's far too generous, especially for older adults. In Europe, they've already lowered it to just 12 milligrams per day. And the actual daily requirement for men over 60? Just 1.7 milligrams. That's it. You can get that easily from food, chicken, bananas, fish, potatoes. No supplement needed. So here's my advice. Grab every bottle you take, flip it over, and read the label. If it has vitamin B6 listed as pyridoxine or pyridoxal, and it's giving you more than 10 to 20 milligrams per day, it's time to seriously reconsider. Especially if you've felt off, if your grip feels weaker, if your feet feel tingly or your hands burn at night. Don't ignore those signs. They're warnings your body is giving you. Ask your doctor to check your B6 level with a simple blood test. It might be the missing link to what's been bothering you for months, or even years. Now, let's take a moment to step back and look at the bigger picture. For vitamins, D, A, iron, and B6, all essential in the right amounts, all dangerous when taken without proper context, and all very common in the cabinets of men over 60. So what's really going on here? Why are these nutrients so vital in small doses, causing so much trouble when taken as supplements? The answer lies in how your body processes nutrients from food versus nutrients from pills. See, when you eat a piece of salmon or a bowl of spinach, you're not just getting one isolated nutrient. You're getting a complete package: vitamins, minerals, fiber, antioxidants, enzymes, and cofactors that help your body absorb and regulate everything safely. That's called nutrient synergy. Everything works together, like an orchestra playing in tune. But when you take a synthetic vitamin, especially in high doses, you bypass those safety checks. You flood your system with isolated compounds that don't come with their natural partners. Your body gets overwhelmed. It can't balance them properly. And that's when things start to break down. Your organs get inflamed. Your hormones get confused. Your nerves take a hit. And it doesn't feel like toxicity. It feels like you're just getting old. That's what makes this issue so dangerous. It's hidden behind symptoms that most people write off as normal aging. But here's the truth: fatigue, low libido, cold hands and feet, and brain fog aren't just part of getting older. They're warning signs, signals that something deeper is off, something that might be sitting right in your bathroom drawer. That's why I always tell my patients, before you take another supplement, ask yourself 2 questions. First, do you actually need it? Has a doctor confirmed a deficiency with a blood test? Second, are you getting this nutrient from food already? If the answer to both is no, then maybe, just maybe, that pill is doing more harm than good. Now let's talk solutions. Because the goal here isn't to scare you. It's to empower you, to help you feel strong, sharp, and alive again, without depending on pills that might secretly be holding you back. So how do you get the nutrients your body needs in the right amounts without risking overload? The answer is simple. You go back to real food. Whole, unprocessed, nutrient-rich food. That's how your body was designed to receive vitamins and minerals. That's how your system maintains balance. And that's how you protect your energy, your circulation, and your vitality well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Let's start with energy. To support steady energy levels throughout the day, you need foods that nourish your cells and fuel your mitochondria, the tiny engines inside your body that create energy. Wild-caught fatty fish like salmon and sardines are rich in B vitamins, omega-3s, and CoQ10, all essential for cellular energy production. Organic eggs are another powerhouse, full of choline and protein to support muscle and brain function. For iron and B12, try grass-fed beef liver, but only once a week in moderation. If you're not a fan of organ meats, go for legumes like lentils and black beans, or dark leafy greens paired with a vitamin C source like bell peppers to improve absorption. And don't forget about complex carbs: oats, sweet potatoes, quinoa. These give you steady fuel without the crashes. Avoid sugary energy drinks. They spike you up, then drop you hard. Stick with slow-burning, fiber-rich foods that keep your body humming. Next up, circulation. If you want better blood flow, you need to relax your arteries and reduce inflammation. That starts with nitrate-rich vegetables like spinach, kale, and arugula. These help produce nitric oxide, a compound that widens your blood vessels and improves oxygen delivery. Beets are especially powerful here. They've been shown to increase circulation within hours. Pomegranate juice is another great choice, loaded with antioxidants that protect your vascular system. And yes, even dark chocolate can help. Just make sure it's at least 85% cocoa. It's full of flavonoids that boost nitric oxide and strengthen blood vessels. For fats, choose olive oil, avocados, and fatty fish. These reduce inflammation and keep your arteries flexible. Now let's talk about something every man over 60 thinks about, even if he doesn't say it out loud: sexual vitality. Your energy, your confidence, your sense of connection. It all matters. And believe it or not, the right foods can support all 3. Oysters are packed with zinc and amino acids that support testosterone production. Walnuts provide arginine, which boosts nitric oxide and blood flow. Watermelon contains citrulline, a natural compound that relaxes blood vessels. Avocados offer healthy fats your body needs to create hormones. And fermented foods like kefir, sauerkraut, and yogurt help improve gut health, which is directly linked to hormone balance. A healthy gut means better nutrient absorption, less inflammation, and stronger hormonal signals. And yes, don't underestimate hydration. Dehydration can sap your energy, lower your mood, and disrupt circulation. Drink enough water. Herbal teas are great too, especially ginger and hibiscus. Lastly, let's address brain clarity and mood. Because what good is physical energy if you feel foggy or emotionally flat? Blueberries, turmeric, green tea, and omega-3s from fish oil have all been shown to support brain health, reduce inflammation, and improve focus. Magnesium-rich foods like pumpkin seeds and dark leafy greens help calm the nervous system and regulate sleep. Sleep is the great healer. No supplement can replace what good rest can do. And when you combine sleep with movement, daily walking, stretching, resistance training, you build the physical and mental strength to stay sharp and independent for decades to come. So here's what I want you to take away from this. Supplements aren't automatically bad, but they're not automatically safe either. They're tools. And like any tool, they need to be used wisely. The older you get, the more sensitive your body becomes to overload. That means the margin for error gets smaller. You can't afford to guess and swallow anymore. It's time to get strategic. Test your blood levels before you supplement. Choose food first. And most of all, listen to your body. If something feels off, your energy, your mood, your sleep, your drive, don't assume it's just aging. Ask deeper questions. Look at what you're putting into your body every day. It might be the answer you've been missing. Let me tell you something I've learned in 20 years of working with senior men. Most of the time, the problem isn't that your body is broken. It's that the signals it's sending are being ignored. See, your body's always talking to you. That tightness in your calves could be poor circulation. That dry mouth or constant thirst could be kidney stress. That mental fog you can't shake? It might be inflammation. But the problem is, we're conditioned to ignore those signs. We push through, tell ourselves it's just getting older. But when you combine that mindset with daily high-dose supplements, you've created a perfect storm. Silent stress on your organs, steady hormone disruption, and a slow erosion of the energy and vitality you thought was just gone for good. Now let's get practical. Because if you've made it this far in the video, I know something about you. You care. You want to take action. And maybe you're ready to make some changes. So here's what I recommend to every man over 60 who walks into my clinic. First, do a full supplement audit. Take every bottle out of your cabinet. Multivitamins, bone health tablets, sleep aids, energy boosters, nerve support, eye formulas, everything. Flip them over. Write down every dose of vitamin D, A, iron, and B6. Add it all up. And don't forget the food you eat. If you're having breakfast cereals fortified with iron or vitamin D, or if your energy drink includes B-complex vitamins, you're stacking more than you realize. Total those milligrams in IUs. If you're above the levels we talked about earlier, cut back immediately. I'm not saying to throw everything away, but you do need to take control. Second, get tested. Not guessed. Ask your doctor for a few simple labs. A 25-hydroxy vitamin D blood test. A serum ferritin test for iron. Liver enzymes. B6 levels. These aren't exotic panels. They're basic labs that tell you if you're in a safe zone or not. If your doctor doesn't want to run them, push for it. Or find one who understands how aging bodies metabolize nutrients differently. Testing is how you catch issues early, before they become symptoms that limit your life. Third, change your approach to nourishment. Supplements were designed to supplement a poor diet, not replace a good one. But over time, many men start relying on pills to fill gaps that real food was meant to handle. Start by eating closer to the source. Whole foods. One-ingredient items. Think grilled fish, steamed greens, a handful of nuts, berries, lean meats, legumes. If it comes in a box with a cartoon or a bright red label, chances are it's not doing you any favors. Get back in the kitchen. Cook more often. Eat mindfully. Don't rush. The way you eat affects how your body digests and uses nutrients. That alone can boost your energy in ways no capsule ever could. Fourth, move. Yes, move. I know, exercise advice again. But hear me out. I'm not telling you to run marathons or lift heavy weights. I'm saying move in a way that supports blood flow and hormone function. Walk after meals. Stretch in the morning. Do some light resistance training 2 or 3 times a week. That might mean bands, bodyweight squats, or light dumbbells. Movement stimulates circulation. It tells your body, I'm still here. I'm still active. Keep the engine running. Without that, no amount of supplements will make up for a sedentary lifestyle. Your mitochondria, The energy centers in your cells respond to movement more than they to any vitamin. Fifth, rethink recovery. Seniors often underestimate how important sleep, stress management, and hydration are for overall vitality. If you're only sleeping 5 or 6 hours a night, your testosterone takes a hit. Your brain function dips. Your circulation suffers. If your stress hormones are elevated, cortisol especially, you'll feel wired but tired. You'll crash midday. And chronic stress wrecks sexual vitality faster than almost anything else. So carve out time to relax. Deep breathing, meditation, gentle stretching hobbies. And yes, drink more water, especially if you're taking multiple medications or eating salty meals. Hydration affects blood pressure, energy, skin elasticity, and even arousal. It's a simple fix that goes a long way. Now let's revisit one truth you need to remember. Your body is not your enemy. It's your partner. And even if you've spent years unknowingly taking supplements that worked against you, it's never too late to shift gears. Healing is possible. Vitality is not a lost cause. In fact, I've seen men in their late 70s completely transform their energy, their intimacy, and their confidence just by making these foundational changes. It's not magic. It's biology. Give your body what it actually needs. Remove what's causing harm. And support it with movement, rest, and real food. That's the formula. That's how you rebuild from the inside out. Let me tell you about someone I worked with recently. His name is Harold. He's 73. Came into my office completely drained. He said, "Doc, I sleep 9 hours a night, I eat clean, and I take every supplement under the sun. Why do I still feel like a zombie?" When we went through his cabinet, we found 6 different supplements with vitamin D, totaling 22,000 IU a day. He was also taking a high-potency liver detox that included 50,000 IU of vitamin A, plus an iron tablet for energy and a nerve formula with 100 milligrams of B6, all taken together. His labs showed off-the-chart vitamin levels, mild kidney stress, borderline liver inflammation, and a B6 level that was 3 times the normal range. He had no idea. He thought he was doing everything right, but his body was overloaded. We cut out the supplements, shifted his nutrition to include wild-caught fish, sweet potatoes, leafy greens, fermented foods. We focused on hydration, added morning walks, and had him take magnesium and L-theanine in the evening to improve sleep quality. 3 months later, he returned smiling. He said, "For the first time in years, I feel like myself again." And that's what I want for you. It doesn't take thousands of dollars in supplements or hours in the gym. It takes awareness, commitment, and the willingness to return to what actually works. Your energy, your focus, your drive, they're not gone. They've just been buried under years of misinformation and synthetic overload. But you can get them back. Now I know you may be wondering, Dr. Tate, does this mean I should never take supplements again? And the answer is no, not exactly. Supplements can be powerful tools when they're used correctly, with the right testing, for the right reasons. But here's the problem. Most people don't use them that way. They self-prescribe based on a headline, a TV ad, or something a friend mentioned. They stack vitamins on top of fortified foods, on top of multivitamins, on top of health drinks, all without ever checking their levels or understanding the long-term consequences. And that's where it goes wrong. Let's break this down with an analogy I give my patients. Imagine your body is a high-performance engine. Supplements are like adding oil. Now, if your oil is low, adding more is helpful. It keeps things running smooth. But what happens if you keep pouring oil into an engine that's already full? It overflows. It gums up the system. It causes damage. That's exactly what's happening when you take high-dose vitamins your body doesn't need, especially fat-soluble ones like D and A, or minerals like iron that don't flush out. They build up, they interfere with hormone signals, stress your organs, and block the body's natural feedback loops. Now here's the really dangerous part. The symptoms of vitamin overload are subtle. They don't hit you like a virus or an infection. They creep in. You feel a little more tired than usual. You don't recover from workouts as fast. Your interest in intimacy fades. You feel emotionally flat, maybe even a little foggy. You write it off as aging. But it's not just age. It's chemistry. It's the internal imbalance caused by years of oversupplementation. I want to speak directly to every man watching this. If you've been struggling with low energy, poor circulation, or fading intimacy, and your doctor says, "Your labs look fine," don't stop there. Push deeper. Ask better questions. Request specific tests for vitamin D, iron saturation, B6, and vitamin A levels. These are not part of routine blood panels. You have to ask, because if you don't know what's building up inside your body, how can you fix it? You've probably also been told that feeling drained, stiff, or disinterested in intimacy is just part of getting older. But let me ask you, why do some men stay vibrant and active into their 70s and 80s while others start falling apart in their early 60s? It's not luck. It's not genetics alone. It's choices. And one of the most important choices is how you nourish and support your body on a daily basis. Let's get real here. You don't need megadoses of anything to thrive. What you need is balance. And the best place to find that balance is in food, real, whole, nutrient-dense food that your body knows exactly how to absorb and use. So let's go deeper into the natural sources of the nutrients you do need. Because when you understand where to get them from your plate, not just your pill bottle, everything changes. If you're looking to boost vitamin D naturally, spend 15 to 20 minutes a day in the morning sun with your sleeves rolled up. You'd be amazed how much your body can produce from gentle sun exposure. Also, eat more fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. Add in pastured egg yolks and mushrooms exposed to sunlight. These give your body the active form of vitamin D without risking overload. For vitamin A, skip the synthetic capsules and reach for beta-carotene-rich foods, sweet potatoes, carrots, squash, spinach. Your body converts beta-carotene into vitamin A at the rate it needs. It won't force a toxic dose. That's the brilliance of whole foods. Your body gets a vote in the process. For iron, focus on heme sources like lean beef and chicken liver, but balance them with plant-based sources like lentils, pumpkin seeds, and cooked spinach. Pair iron-rich foods with something acidic, like lemon juice or tomatoes, to naturally enhance absorption. If you're eating red meat more than 4 times a week, you probably don't need an iron supplement at all. And for B6? It's everywhere in food: bananas, turkey, tuna, chickpeas, potatoes. Even a single serving of wild salmon can provide your daily requirement. The key is variety and consistency. You don't need to overdo any one food. Just eat a colorful, whole food diet and your body will take care of the rest. Now let's be honest. This isn't about perfection. It's about being informed. If you've been taking a high-dose multivitamin for years, or you've been adding extra vitamin D because more is better, this isn't about shame or blame. It's about awareness. You can't change what you don't know. But now you do know. And that means you have the power to take back control. Here's what I recommend to every senior man who wants to feel alive again. Start a 30-day reset. For 1 month, stop all synthetic vitamin supplements unless they're medically necessary and monitored by your doctor. Focus purely on nutrition from food. Track your sleep, your energy, your focus, and yes, your libido. See what happens. You might be shocked by how much better you feel without that cabinet full of pills. During those 30 days, move your body. Doesn't have to be extreme. 10-minute walks after every meal. Light strength training twice a week. Gentle stretching before bed. These small actions unlock your body's natural hormonal balance. They stimulate blood flow, boost mitochondrial function, and lower inflammation, all without a single pill. And don't forget the other silent healers. Drink enough water. Get quality sleep. Laugh more. Connect with people you care about. These are the true medicine men often forget. But I'll tell you as a doctor, they work. Better than anything I can write on a prescription pad. You might be thinking, it's too late for me. I've already done too much damage. But let me stop you right there. It's never too late to heal. Your body is incredibly adaptive. It's not looking for perfection. It just needs the overload to stop and the support to begin. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, even early 80s reclaim their spark. I've watched relationships improve. I've seen blood pressure stabilize, sleep deepen, and libido return. All because someone chose to stop blindly trusting the supplement aisle and start listening to their own body. So here's your takeaway. If you're taking high-dose vitamin D, A, iron, or B6 without medical supervision, it's time to pause. Time to question. Time to test. And time to nourish yourself the way nature intended. Because real health doesn't come from a bottle. It comes from choices, from awareness, from consistency, and from food your body understands. You deserve to feel strong again, to feel sharp, confident, and connected. And you don't need a dozen pills a day to get there. You need to align with your biology, not fight it. That's how you rebuild energy. That's how you restore circulation. And that's how you reclaim your vitality after 60. Let me leave you with a few powerful reminders. First, aging is natural, but decline is not inevitable. What most people call aging is often just chronic inflammation, hormone disruption, and nutrient imbalances that have been building up for years, many of which come directly from poor supplement choices and processed diets. When you correct those root causes, the results can feel miraculous. Energy returns, sleep improves, mood lifts, blood pressure balances, libido reawakens. This isn't fantasy. This is physiology. And it happens every day when you support your body, not fight it. Second, you don't need to go through this alone. If you feel overwhelmed by where to start, just begin with one thing. Remove the synthetic vitamin D if you're taking more than 2,000 IU daily without testing. Switch your multivitamin to a food-based one or cut it out entirely for a month. Add one whole food source of each critical nutrient to your daily meals. Salmon for omega-3s and B vitamins. Spinach for folate and iron. Bananas for B6. Avocados for magnesium and healthy fats. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be real. Third, listen to your body. If your hands feel colder than usual, if your energy tanks in the afternoon, if your focus is slipping, or your drive feels dull, don't brush it off. These are signals, not just signs of age, but signs of imbalance. Your body is always talking to you. The question is, are you listening? Fourth, advocate for yourself. Don't accept vague answers from your doctor like, it's just part of aging. Ask for specific tests. A 25-hydroxy vitamin D test. Serum ferritin and transferrin saturation for iron. Plasma vitamin B6 levels. Retinol for vitamin A. If your doctor refuses or seems dismissive, find one who will partner with you, not just prescribe to you. You have a right to understand what's going on inside your own body. Fifth, and most important, remember this. The goal isn't just to live longer. It's to live better, to wake up with energy, to feel strong in your own skin, to connect deeply with the people you love, to maintain the confidence, presence, and spark that makes life worth living. You can have that, not by chasing miracle pills, but by removing the silent saboteurs and returning to the basics: real food, real movement, real rest, and real connection. I've spent more than 20 years helping men just like you rebuild what they thought was lost. And it never starts with magic. It starts with awareness, with a decision. One moment of clarity that says, no more guessing. No more guessing. I want truth. I want results. I want my life back. If that's you right now, then I'm proud of you. Because that's where change begins. So let's wrap up with this challenge. Tonight, before bed, go to your cabinet. Look at every bottle. Read the labels. Write down how much vitamin D, A, iron, and B6 you're actually taking in total. Add it up. Compare it to what your body actually needs. Be honest with yourself. Are you supporting your health or slowly sabotaging it? Then make one change. Just one. Remove a supplement. Swap in a food. Book a blood test. Cancel a subscription box. Whatever that first step is for you, take it. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Tonight. Because health doesn't happen by accident. It happens by choice. If this message resonated with you, if any part of it made your gut tighten or your eyes water, don't ignore it. That's your inner voice. That's your body asking for something better. And you deserve to give it exactly that. No matter where you are in your journey, whether you're thriving, struggling, or somewhere in between, know this: you are not broken. You are not too late. You are not beyond hope. Your body wants to heal. It just needs you to stop standing in the way. And yes, energy can return. Circulation can improve. Intimacy can be revived. And confidence? It can be rebuilt. But only if you stop trusting the wrong things and start honoring what your body truly needs. You're stronger than you think, smarter than you've been told, and far more capable than you've been led to believe. So go make that one change, and watch how everything else begins to shift. This is Dr. Lauren Tate, and I'm grateful to be a part of your journey toward truth, strength, and real vitality. Be well, take action, and as always, stay in harmony with your health.